Hey guys, this is Yuzora. So just a quick note before we start the review. I did quite a few mistakes in this game. I was getting tired, I was getting honestly tilted. So yeah, there were a few unfortunate turns, and I'm lucky that I didn't explode. The joke is that it is pretty much the only truly watchable game I was able to get with this thing. So yeah, bear it with me. Without further ado, let's move on. Bratuka, come here. Come sit by the fire. Papa Dmitri is going to tell you a story. It is story of Sevastopol. It is Soviet warship. It is it is not as good as a trusty Kalashnikov, but it really isn't as good as trusty Kalashnikov. So yeah, Sevastopol, we have been waiting for that one for quite a while now. As you might remember, she was announced back in November 2021. And I can only say to you that she really wasn't worth the wait. So, Sevastopol is some kind of weird mix between the Kronstadt and the Siegfried. The Kronstadt for the hull, as she's using the exact same one, although for some reason she's losing almost 10,000 HP and has worse turning radius for whatever reason. And Siegfried, as she's using the same main battery as her, but with a few changes. For example, the HE shells don't get the improved penetration, but at the same time they get normal damage instead of the reduced one that German ships always get. But in return, the AP shells have improved penetration angles in the same way as those of Petropavlovsk. And at the same time, she also gets reduced arming threshold. Arming time, sorry. So, it is pretty nice, because on top of that, the shells get the usual Soviet treatment, and they get lower air drag, which means that you get better penetration over the distance compared to other compared to similar guns. But it's not all great. Like, first and foremost, sure, she gets cruiser dispersion, which helps for having only 6 guns. The problem is that she still suffers, due to the high velocity of the shells, from pretty bad vertical dispersion. Very often you will have shells landing either too short or far behind the target, which is, well, less than ideal. Instead of getting big chunky salvos on broadside cruisers, well, you only get overpens. Oh well, not even overpens, sometimes it completely misses. Also, well, the ship basically lives and dies depending on how much broadside targets you can find. If you are stuck dealing with enemies that are always angled to you, well, you will have a fairly rough day, because the HE on this ship is just pathetic. As I said before, you are stuck with 6 guns, and the damage output is just not there. The fire chance is pretty bad as well for 380mm guns. So yeah, she really heavily relies on getting broadside targets compared to pretty much all other large cruisers. Well, of course, Siegfried, since Siegfried has the same problem. And even then, for it's not that bad since she gets more targets to her match. But yeah, all the others, they get generally pretty good, or even at least decent HE shells. But the Sevastopol, she just doesn't. If you can't get broadside targets, her already somewhat limited firepower will be even worse. So other than that, as I was saying, she is using the same hull as the Kronstadt, but with small improvements, like she doesn't suffer from the 25mm casemate, she has a 30mm armor, which these days isn't even that good because, as we all know, there are more and more ships able to match 30mm of armor. So yeah, it's improved armor, but not that improved. And the problem is that she's still an enormous ship, and she will get farmed very easily. The thing is that this is even worse when you consider that her consumables, or more specifically the Reaper party, truly isn't helping at all. Sevastopol has what I consider to be the most gimmicky Reaper party of this game. So, her Reaper party lasts for a whole 90 seconds, which is nice. She can recover, as you can see, up to 36,000 HP per use. The problem is that at the same time, she has 3 minutes of cooldown. 3 whole minutes during which you can't use the Reaper party, and you're basically naked. Now you might say, yeah, but it's fine, you recover 36 HP per use. Well, that's on paper. In reality, it will be incredibly rare to recover that much HP per usage. And on top of that, well, as I was saying, because it's a Kronstadt hull, with the gigantic citadel, with the 30mm plating, with, well, the sheer size of the ship, she takes a whole lot of damage. It is a ship that absolutely doesn't fare well against focused fire, and the moment the heal is on cooldown, well, you will have a rough time if you can't be in cover. Also, one thing that is worth noting, the anti-air of this ship is absolutely garbage. Like, the raw stats are decent, if you can say it like that. She has alright DPS. But then you have to look a bit on the details. The mid-range anti-air is only composed of 6 mounts. And trust me, these 6 mounts, they die like... they just explode in an instant. I don't think I had more than 2 games, including this one, where I didn't lose at least half of the anti-air on this ship. And considering she only has 6 mounts, well, you only lose 2 and it's already 1/3 of your main DPS that is gone. So that, coupled with the terrible turning radius, means that this ship is just free food for carriers. It is actually partially why I struggled to get a proper replay there, because, well, the moment I start getting focused by her carrier, it's pretty much game over. She just doesn't survive. Especially with a heal that takes so long to recover, and torpedoes that deal citadel damage. So, yeah. The best thing you can do with this ship is sitting as much as well, play as passively as possible, try to get on the flank to get broadside targets, and hope that you stay under the radar. Because the moment you are forced to actually push with this ship to actually make plays, well, she'll let you down. She will completely let you down. Maybe for the firepower, the dispersion that can screw you over at a moment's notice, or the hull that can't properly tank, yeah. she's not good. Out of all the large cruisers in this game, and honestly that includes the Congress, because Congress can at least tank a lot of shells, she's by far the worst. And it's incredibly sad, because she had some potential. Like, Wargaming could have honestly made this ship a lot more interesting, just starting by giving her a normal Reaper party. But no. Oh wait, actually, I actually forgot to talk about the other consumables. So, firstly, as if her capacity to get to handle focus fire wasn't already bad, well, she gets the same kind of repair part of damage control party as the Russian battleships, which means that you only have 4 charges. 4 charges of repair party on a large cruiser on which fires last for 60 seconds. So yes, that is pretty bad. Also, for whatever reason, she gets an engine boost, 20% engine boost, which on paper is nice, but it only lasts for 45 seconds. So, well, it's not particularly useful. At best, you can use it to quickly push around an island or get on a flank quickly, but that's about it. Other than that, it's completely useless. Honestly, they just try to slap a ton of gimmicks on this ship. It just doesn't work. She just isn't worth 58,000 research points. There are so many other research bureau ships that are far more interesting. So yeah. If you still want to get the ship, as you can see here, I heavily recommend you to use Mikhail Kuznetsov, because the Will to Victory talent will help you a lot to survive when the hill is off cooldown. Well, no, sorry, is on cooldown. But yeah, other than that, I just can't recommend this ship. As simple as this. She's not tanky, she doesn't have a proper firepower, she's gimmicky as all hell. That's just a no for me. In any case, that's pretty much all for me. See you guys.